Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I know I haven't posted in a minute. I just started my new job, so I'm still trying to get in the groove of those things. But anyways, here is my November and December book haul. Now I know December just started, but I was supposed to be and upload this video, but life gets in the way. You know how that go. So the book I'm currently reading is The Widow by Fiona Barton. This is about, it says, following the twists and turns of an unimaginable crime, The Widow is an electrifying debut thriller that will take you into the dark spaces that exist between husband and a wife. When the police started asking questions, Jean Taylor turned into a different woman, one who enabled her and her husband to carry on when more bad things began to happen. But that woman's husband died last week, and Jean doesn't have to be her anymore. There's a lot Jean hasn't said over the years about the crime her husband was suspected of committing. She was too busy being the perfect wife, standing by her man while living with the accusing glares and anonymous harassment. Now there's no reason to stay quiet. There are people who want to hear her story. They want to know what it was like living with that man. She can tell them that there were secrets. There always are in a marriage. The truth, that's all anyone wants. But the one lesson Jean has learned in the last few years is that she can make people believe anything. So basically, this book is good, I'm not gonna lie, but I did not like it at first because it started off so slow, and I hate when I said that in other videos. I do not like when books start off slow. I like to get right into the action. It started off slow, but I'm trying to, even though it started off slow, I'm trying to make myself read through that because it's gonna be good. But I'm starting to get a little bit confused because she said she can make them believe anything. I'm on page 244. I'm literally almost done. I'll probably finish today. And it's starting to make me think some of the stuff in the book she's actually lying about. I don't know. I'm expecting a big plot twist. I don't know where it's going. It's crazy. So if y'all ever get a chance to read it, it's called The Widow by Fiona Barton. Okay, next book. Let me make sure I save my page because, okay. The other book I got was End of Watch by Stephen King. Now this is the last book to the trilogy of Mr. Mercedes and Finders Keepers. Y'all know I said I've been waiting. I've been looking for this book. I've been trying to find it. Okay, it says, in room 217 of the Lakes Region Traumatic Brain Injury Clinic, something has awakened, something evil. Brady Hartsfield, perpetrator of the Mercedes massacre where 8 people were killed and many more were badly injured, has been in the clinic for 5 years in a vegetative state. According to his doctors, anything approaching a complete recovery is unlikely, but behind the drool and the stare, Brady is awake and in possession of deadly new powers that allow him to wreak unimaginable havoc without ever leaving his hospital room. Retired police detective Bill Hodges, the unlikely hero of Mr. Mercedes and Finders Keeper, now runs an investigation agency with his partner Holly Gibney, the woman who delivered the blows to Hartsfield's head and put him on the brain injury ward. When Bill and Holly are called to a suicide scene with ties to the Mercedes massacre, they find themselves pulled into their most dangerous case yet, one that will put their lives at risk as well as those of Bill's heroic young friend Jerome Robinson and his teenage sister Barbara. Brady Hartsfield is back, planning revenge not just on Hodges and his friends, but on the entire city. Now tell me that don't sound good. I'm expecting this to be good for the simple fact that I read the first 2 books and they was really good. So, and I don't even have to say more. It's by Stephen King. Do I even have to say anything else? No, I think I don't. Okay, these 2 books is called Dear Drama 1 and 2. I got these from my grandma. She don't go to the library. It's like a service, like that you tell them what kind of books you want to read and they bring the books out to you. And she likes to read urban fiction, so these are the type of books that she reads. I also read these books, and I got 1 and 2. She's just gonna recheck them out for me. It's called Dear Drama by Braya Spice. It says, after surviving trauma at the hands of her psychotic, abusive baby's father, Greg, all Allure wants is a guy who will love and accept her and her daughter, Sierra. But all Allure gets is drama. Follow Allure Jones as she goes from train wreck to train wreck. You'll meet Levante, the sexy construction worker with the sock in his pocket to make up for his less than adequate manhood. Then there's Bryce, a welder who is head over heels for Allure until a bizarre rumor that she's actually a man sends him over the edge. Next is Andre, the police officer who spends his free time smoking crack with his sister. And lastly, there's James, the accountant who decides to have a midlife crisis when Allure is 8 months pregnant with his child, adding more drama to the pot. Greg is hell bent on destroying any chance Allure has at being happy. How much drama can one woman take? When will Allure finally learn that her obsession with finding Mr. Right is bringing her nothing but pain? Oh my goodness. That sounds like a lot of drama. Now this is part 2. Allure Jones is back with more drama than ever. 3 years have passed since her breakup with James. Allure is now working as a high school English teacher, buying her own home, raising Sierra, and dating the man of her dreams. Just when Allure thinks her life can't get any better, confusion sets in. James insinuates his way back into Allure's life, causing her to question whether she is completely over him. She has to be careful though, because his wife is desperate to hold on to what's hers by any means necessary. If this isn't enough trouble, another ex continues to cause disorder in Allure's life. Just as things start to heat up between Allure and her new love, she finds herself being pulled back into her past. How much drama can one woman stand? Allure? Oh, I think I'm probably saying her name wrong. Girl, you do got a lot of drama and you need to sit down because... So I think that these two books... What the heck? Oh my goodness. And I've got The Lion Game by Ruth Ware. Now I got this because look at the cover. Look how it looks. Look how the cover looks. It got the vine. I mean, whatever it is supposed to be. It looks like it's a mess. So that's why I got it. Okay, it says the rules are simple. Tell a lie. Number 1, tell a lie. Number 2, stick to your story. Number 3, and never ever get caught. On a June morning, a woman is walking her dog in the coastal village of Salton along a tidal estuary known as the Reach. Before she could stop him, the dog charges into water to retrieve what first appears to be a wayward stick, but to her horror turns out to be something much more sinister. The next morning, 3 women in and around London, Fatima, Thea, and Issa, I probably pronounced that wrong, receive the text they have always hoped would never come from the fourth in their formerly inseparable clique, Kate, that says only, "I need you." The 4 girls were best friends at Salton, a second state-rate boarding school set near the cliffs of the English Channel, each different in their own way. The 4 become inseparable and were notorious for playing the lying game, telling lies at every turn to both fellow boarders and facility, but their little game had consequences, and as the 4 converged in present-day Salton, they realized their shared past was not as safely buried as they once hoped. Atmospheric, twisty, and with just the right amount of chill to keep you wrong-footed, The Lion Game is told in Ruth Ware's signature suspenseful style, leading itself to becoming another unputdownable thriller from the Agatha Christie of our time. I don't know who Agatha Christie is, but I'm gonna have to check some of her books out. But that sounds good too. Anything with a boarding school, you know it's gonna have some type of something in it that is just gonna be too much. Like, okay. And this book, The Poisonwood Bible,